Yeah, that's right, Steve. Maybe you've seen these signs here along the side of SR 14. Starting on the 23rd of this month, C-Tran buses are going to be able to pass stopped or slow traffic on the shoulder of this stretch of highway as part of a plan that C-Tran hopes will help ease congestion and zip commuters right past those bumper-to-bumper log jams. Now, the restriping and signage associated with this project cost $50,000, which is next to nothing compared to a highway widening project. This trial begins on the 23rd of this month. It's going to last for 18 months after that. In Vancouver, Nate Bynum, K2 News.
All right, Nate, thank you. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. It all happened right here during rush hour at 185th Street. We're just north of Highway 26. It started this morning when federal agents served a search warrant at the Rock Creek Apartments here across the street relating to possible explosives in a unit there. The suspect who lived there, he came home during that search, leading to this explosive chase.
I was heading to work here.
Now, that suspect, Jason Schaefer, is being held for probation violation for being a felon in possession of body armor. Further details of his indictment have not been released yet. Police told us they plan to be inside that apartment late into this evening. In Rock Creek, Nate Bynum, K2 News.
Joins us near the scene. Nate?
Yeah, Deb, still very much an active scene here. I'll step out of the way so photographer Corey can show you what's happening. We're at Southwest 1st and Columbia here where the roads are still closed down. You can see firefighters cleaning up here. What we had was a diesel gas can explosion as a worker at one of these food carts was pouring diesel into a can. When the wind somehow blew that gas, it caught a heat source and things went up. Now, you see two carts there, the Lai Thai food cart and the Greek Gods food cart both went up. This fire also, because of the winds we're seeing today, blew into the parking lot adjacent to those carts. 10 cars along with those two food carts, a total loss according to firefighters on the scene here. There are also reports of several small explosions. Firefighters tell me those were probably things like cooking cans, Pam spray in the kitchens of these carts. Witnesses saw flames shooting 30 feet into the air. Again, the road's still all closed down here at Southwest Columbia and First, but firefighters tell me they are going to be reopening these roads here in just a matter of moments. However, because of the amount of gasoline and things that were involved in this fire, there's going to be at least one fire truck on the scene here for at least another hour, according to one official I spoke with. But again, they don't believe there's a significant danger or a threat still, so they are going to reopen the roads. They just want to make sure that any remaining gasoline on the ground is taken care of. As far as injuries, firefighters told us that there were several people who were being treated, not necessarily anybody taken to the hospital. They did not have exact information, but it did not sound like any serious injuries to anyone involved. We don't know if anyone was inside of the food carts when this fire started. We're still working to find all that out. Of course, we're going to remain down here on the scene as these roads open, and we'll continue to gather up more information for you. But for now, we'll throw it back to you in the studio. Well, we can tell you that we just saw this fire truck pull out here that's been sitting here right at Southwest 1st and Columbia just as we went live. They've been out here since this thing broke out, this fire at 3 o'clock at these two food carts. It all started with somebody trying to pour diesel gasoline into a tank. Apparently the winds blew some of that gas into some sort of a heat source here in between the two carts, leading to that fire. You saw those flames shooting high into the sky. Also, due to the wind down here, those flames then spread to 10 cars in the parking lot parked around those two food carts. Now, we can tell you that there were not any serious injuries that firefighters could report to us so far. We knew that there were several people who were treated here for minor injuries and no firefighters hurt or anything like that as far as we know. But again, all the road closures seem to be clear at this point as this last fire truck. Firefighters are picking up the last set of cones here, and they were worried about diesel gasoline being on the ground, and that's why they've been out here for the past now approaching 2 hours cleaning up the scene. And I have Jared Brawl, who actually works, you were in one of the buildings here looking down from above. You have some colleagues parked in this parking lot suffering some losses here.
Yeah, that's correct. So I work on the 10th floor of the Coin Tower, which overlooks the lot. And it's one of our parking lots at work. And we had several coworkers who lost their vehicles who were parked right next to the food carts.
And you've parked in this lot, but not today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been here before, and it's insane that what all transpired today. Everyone's kind of in shock about it. So.
Can you describe the flames, how quickly they spread and how high you saw them?
Yeah, so one of my colleagues notified everybody to go look out the window of the 10th floor because they saw some flames coming out. And I would say within a minute or two, the several explosions went off. and just huge, massive flames everywhere. And so, yeah, it just happened so fast.
Well, Jed Brawl, glad that you're all right, sir. Thank you very much for taking a minute with us here. And again, he has some friends and some colleagues dealing with some losses to their vehicles. Again, 10 vehicles of total loss, along with the 2 food carts of total loss, according to fire officials. And I know that we have a number of witnesses with more stories to tell. So for now in downtown Portland, I'll throw it back to you. This is Nate Bynum, K2 News.
Yeah, so fortunate the injuries aren't more severe down there. That video is absolutely incredible. Thank you, Nate, very much. K2's Joe Douglas is on the scene as well for us tonight.
So, Joe, what are you seeing and hearing out there?